That part. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we want to welcome you all to the Hello LLC. If you don't know, Hello stands for Helping Entrepreneurs Leverage Leading Web3 Optimizations, where we want more for you than from you at the end of the day. And we help you keep up, right? And more importantly, we give you your time back. You can stop being the janitor of your business so you can be the president of your business, especially dealing with the Hello LLC. Just ask around. Several people know about us, heard about us, and have dealt with us. And I can assure you that we overpromise and we overdeliver at the end of the day of being able to help you stop beating your head up against the wall. What are you going to do here? What are you going to do there? In today's amazing conversation for our Helpful How To Tuesdays that takes place at this brand new time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Every single Tuesday, you know where to be. We're on LinkedIn. We're on LinkedIn Audio. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitch. We're on Instagram Live. We're on TikTok Live. You never know where else we're live at, but if it has a button that we can go live at, 9 times out of 10, we're there. And I'm here with
we're live from your mama's couch.
Yeah, I'm here with my other amazing best friend, business owner and lover, if you don't know, right? Tara. And so with that being said, love, overcome the odds, business growth hacks, pivoting into the future. What do you have to say about today's topic?
Well, howdy doody, everybody. It's a great Tuesday. You're here. You're alive. There's some people that did not wake up like that. So let's just be grateful for that. But today we're going to talk about overcoming the odds and great growth hacks for your business. Let me tell you at the end of the day, I'm just going to give it away right now. It's called consistency.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Done. We could just end the room right now.
That's it.
No, but it is. It really is. And that comes from 2 individuals who have been in business for nearly 10 years ourselves. We have worked in corporate America for 22 plus years each. So we have over 40 years of combined experience on that level. And so we understand from both point of views as entrepreneurs, business owners, as well as from the corporate side of things, being an employee. There's nothing wrong with that, but there's great advantages for both sides of the fence to see growth hacks, what works, what doesn't work. And, the biggest thing that everybody is looking for when it comes down to this conversation is how do I get more and how fast? And the biggest thing I can tell people is that it's never overnight, but it is overnight. That means there's a lot of consistency. There's a lot of showing up and commitment to what you're doing and your message that you're sharing. And it'll take, as they say, overnight success takes 10 plus years.
Yeah.
And what does that mean? That simply means at the end of the day that someone has to show up in a business constantly building, growing, sharing, business development, all of those things. And over time, then all of a sudden, when you have that instant success of overnight, that happens because of the consistency and the commitment that you made for, 8, 10, 12, 15 years, whatever it is. And, you will have success here and there because that's the ups and downs of business. But for it to be, for you to live in a world to say that I'm consistently be always on up, I'm always bringing in new business, that is a great thing to believe in, but it's always not the case. A lot of times you have to understand that there's different dynamics that are outside of your control that come into play, which are, for instance, economic issues that come into play, financial issues that come into play that you have could be for you, could be for your economy. You never know. So those things are all different things that we're going to talk about, but really how to utilize technology to work for you, work smarter instead of working harder. That is the one thing that I always say is that I work really hard, but if there is a task that I can get done or if I can have technology do for me, I will absolutely figure out a system that will do that for me because my time is valuable, just like all of your time is valuable with everybody that's listening on the 10 plus channels that we're going live on right now. So the biggest thing that I like to share with people is, don't be afraid of technology. We're going to talk about tools and tips and tricks of today, how technology can help you. But in reality, there's not a magic pill. There's not a magic easy button. There's not anything that's going to make your success go instantaneously overnight, except for just being the real authentic you that just shows commitment and consistency. And if I lose half the audience on that, it's because at the end of the day, we are an instant gratification society. We want instant results immediately. And anybody promising you that, I would just be a little smell suspicious, and I don't mean to take away from anybody on that comment, but it just is, you got to make sure to understand that everything in life that comes to you is because of commitment and consistency. And sometimes, the sun does shine on what, but at the end of the day, it's all about showing up and being that. So, Mr. Jones, I know you got some tips and tricks and facts and, figures for us.
And you know this, man. And so, when we talk about, the growth strategies and hacking, baby, you said it, you hit it on the head. We could stop this right now. If you're not willing to be consistent, if you're not willing to be committed, then just hang it up. And what happens is that, especially in today's society, we live for the likes, and you're going to die by the booze. And what happens a lot of the times when you do start a business, when you do start, promoting yourself, you're going to get a lot of booze, because I can assure you, and test this out. You can go and say, hey, I just got this brand new corporate position at this brand new job, and you're going to have over 100 likes on that post. You go and you put the same post and say, hey, I just started my business at XYZ. You're not going to get nowhere as much, likes or comments that you just started your business, because your friends and family like, damn, I got to go buy something from them. I got to do this. I got to do that. And, you find out who your friends are. Real talk. And, we found that out very quickly, as well as so many other of you find out as well, that when you do start your business, your friends, your family, your mama, your daddy, your cousin, your grandma, they're not going to be there as much as they claim they would be there. And that's what stops a lot of people. For a while there, that's what kind of got us, in a rut. Or when somebody would say they would do something and they wouldn't do it, right? And then especially in these social media rooms, you hear people, talk a big game, but then behind closed doors, it's like, who this, who that? And, this is where, when we talk about authenticity, right? When we talk about, being, when we talk about, having honest, having trust, we share with people, and something that I shared the other day, we talk about, being authentic, but authentic means that you build yourself.
Yeah.
And most people haven't went down that journey of being by themselves and healing their traumas and patterns and programs, but yet they talk about authenticity when that's really what it takes. And it takes you to be consistent with that and owning that and really accepting that. And it's a long journey of being able to do that. And so, as we talk about these growth tips and tricks and hacks, we always share with you all that there's 4 most expensive things on planet Earth. And they're all you, if you're wondering if you ask them to buy them. No, you cannot. It is a closed mind, it's a closed mouth, it's a closed heart, and it's a closed hand. And a lot of the times we have those things blocked off and closed because we're not willing to be onerous of how we've been, what we've done. I just did our social media post, and Tara was talking about how she stole some Boston baked beans back in the day, and how she owned up to that, and how that's impacted you over the course of your life. And we all have these things that have impacted.
I think they were like 45 cents.
And they weren't even 45 cents at that time.
No.
They were
I had the money too.
Like the lemon heads.
Yeah, the little
girl,
baby
those
box.
things were like back in the day.
25 cents. I had the money too. It wasn't even that. It was
badass.
It was just bad influence around me.
Badass, just bad.
Just bad.
We're not gonna talk about my thieving days, but anyhow.
The one time I steal something, I get never again. Never again.
You guys definitely have to come and listen to our Getting Naked podcast this Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Mind you, I was like in the second grade, by the way.
Yeah, you still bad. See, you white folks.
I listened to this guy named Spaghetti or Meat already. I should have told you right there. Got him. Like that was a bad choice of character.
Exactly.
Anywho,
So
today is not about life lessons.
So come to our Getting Naked podcast, Digital Nomad Lifestyle, the new American dream. That's at 8 o'clock on Friday, Eastern Standard Time. That, my friends, we will not have it blasted out everywhere. We really want you guys to come into our metaverse space and be a part of our live podcast where you can join us live. You can ask questions. You can showcase, what you want to talk about. And this is really where we're taking podcasting to the next level. At the end of the day, if any of you guys want to start your own podcast or be on our podcast, come on down.
Come on down.
And so, as we talk about, overcoming the odds, I broke this down into different categories that we'll talk about today, right? Such as leveraging digital transformation. We always talk about AI and metaverse. We'll touch base on that. That for the end, right? Marketing and sales innovation. Customer experience and loyalty, financial strategies and partnerships, right? Niche market and focus and product innovation, operational efficiency and cost reduction, digital marketing and SEO, right? Community building and customer engagement, adaptability and future-proofing your business, sustainability and practices. These are some categories that we've broken today's topic up into that, some might pertain to you, some might not pertain to you. But at the end of the day, we encourage you to listen up and really, invest in these things. And if you don't know how, right, we at the Hello LLC can definitely help you out. But more importantly, get some help because you all are great at the training, but you're not great at the transaction. And a lot of the times that's what you need help with because you're great at showcasing what you do, but don't know how to get there. And a lot of the times that's what stops people.
Yeah.
Is them not knowing and then them trying to learn and then they're not getting it right the first time. And then they're like, screw it. I'm going to move on to something else. I find another passion and something else, right?
Or another angle,
Yeah.
And we know that from the same thing that we went through.
Yeah.
We've been through this.
And look, we are not just talking about this to talk shit about people, number one. We're talking about this because this is the same stuff that we're
talking shit about ourselves.
Yeah, at the end of the day, right? And looking back on it, not regretting, but really, reflecting. And a lot of the times that's what we do is we look back in the past and we regret.
Or realizing how maybe naive we were about thinking that, okay, you did it one time and it's going to just pop off and be a wonderful and like instant success.
That's
and
not overcoming the odds.
It's not that part and it's not managing expectations.
Yeah.
It's not managing your expectations. Definitely our expectation was completely, and anybody knows that's been here. That's been through this or is in this right now, you might be in a low point right now just going, man, how do I keep going? Mm-hmm. And so that's what today's conversation is about, to be able to help that. So where we started.
And so I think we're going to start at the marketing and sales innovation, right? Influencer partnership, collaboration with influencers who align with your brand and values a target audience. And this is something that Tara and I talk about, that those of you that have been around the campfire, collaboration is the new competition, aka the new frequency of money.
Yeah.
And so often we are not looking at how we can collaborate with other people, such as us collaborating with Leah, right? She does, the financial sector, especially as we're making this pivotal moment of, the largest stack of cash being transferred over as these baby boomers, are transitioning over to retirement.
Yeah.
And, her understanding technology, her understanding the younger generation and how it's going to be pivotal for her to have these systems in place, because nobody wants to meet with people, come sit at my kitchen table, let's talk about my 401k, let's talk about this. Girl, if you don't get your ass out here, right, it's not going to happen. No. And so this is where we introduce technology such as AI, such as the metaverse, such as making things easy peasy breezy that people can get that information to, especially moving on to the next thing, which is social media.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about social media so much in marketing your business. And this is something you all should leave here with, is that marketing is making sure that people know what you do, right? Branding is being consistent and showing up every single day. I encourage you to go back to your LinkedIn, go back to your Instagram, and go see when's the last time
And
your
your
ass
TikTok.
posted, right? If you ain't posted in a week about your business, then I'm here to tell you, you don't have a business.
By the way, if you're on TikTok with your business, you are missing
You're
out.
missing the boat. Right now, we're live on TikTok, and this is what we share with you all that are just focusing on LinkedIn. Why would you not take the same amount of time, have an old phone, have an old iPad, have another laptop, especially with LinkedIn, set up LinkedIn on your actual laptop and go live on one of these other platforms from your phone? Hello. To where you can be omnipresent and being able to engage with people, because no longer can you hide behind, a post. No longer can you hide behind a video, and really right now hiding, doing a live, some people see it, some people don't see it, but doing a live and maybe spreading it out like we do, utilizing these AI tools will help you out, because nobody's watching David and Tara for 5 minutes, 9 minutes, 3 minutes. We might be lucky enough to get them for 15 seconds. And so it's that. And so this is why we continuously share with you guys to utilize social media. If you guys do not know about our Pivot membership, we have an amazing tool for our social media that literally allows Tara and I to go from 60 hours a week of posting, because I know some of y'all will be like, damn. Yeah, I know some of these people be like, damn, they be posting all the damn time. Where did they find the time to do this? Well, it's called AI. Right? And we literally sit down for 4 to 5 hours in a week, schedule out all of our actual, social media, which is something that we share with you all. Be preventative in your business. Stop being a janitor in your business and doing your business day by day. Right? Ooh, I need to get this post out. Ooh, I need to get that post out. Driving, taking care of the kids, doing this, doing that, do a damn.
Let me just say,
go ahead.
Real talk. This is not just about social media. This is in general.
Yeah.
So I am helping my brother bring his business from paper heavy to 100% digital. And, he runs a traditional business. Like, it is not a tech business. It is it's excavation and trucking and hauling. Like, this is a traditional business, right? And so I'm bringing all of his processes online to make it digital. I just have to say that once you've gone digital and you go back to help people, which is what we do, it is an eye awakening moment when you go from doing everything manually. And Miss Leah and I were talking about this in our conversation, our scope call, was when you go through everything manually, like sending out reminders, sending emails, filing things off to file in actual files, like file cabinets. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just an old school way of doing things. And
come on,
because our business is 100% online and everything is automated through a process, I almost have I want to throw a fit and fall on the ground and scream and cry. And I go, because I forget how much time we as humans pour into our businesses, just the follow up, the small routine tasks. And it just, I say fall on the ground and throw a fit, because it's the time that I'm like, oh my gosh, the time that I'm spending when I could be doing other things. And it's like, whoo, I forgot that. So I share that because you might be in the middle of your business and you do a lot of things, on your own. You're like, I got to send this email. I got to send this follow up. I got to book this client. I got to do all these. These are things that systems and processes can be set up to do for you, like your social media. So when you're like, oh God, I haven't posted today, I need a post, and you're like, that's going to take me an hour or two just to build a post, you're not pulling your hair out going, frustrated because you feel like you have zero time. This is where we start to say, hey, this is where you guys need to stop and think, how can I work smarter, not harder? This is why last week we did a whole room on AI tools, of what tools you can be utilizing to help yourselves streamline some of the stuff to where you're not doing everything and then looking at the end of the day and going, what did I do today? I mean, I know I did things, but it doesn't seem like I got very much production done because you're doing the things that technology could be doing for you. So
Yeah, so spot on. And especially, just being here in Idaho, helping your brother make that transition, this is technical debt.
this is technical.
This is technical debt at its finest. If you didn't have us,
He'd
to
be
do this,
screwed. I hate to say that.
he'd be in a world of
Excuse my
trouble,
French.
of being able to make this transition. And not only that, your employees, right? And people that you deal with. And a lot of the time, having a conversation with somebody last week, showcasing them to Metaverse and the traditional Zoom, and then they brought up, Go Brunch. How does this, how easy is this to get in? And I said, look, and instead of me trying to sit here and sell you on how easy it is, press the button.
That part.
And they pressed, 4 buttons, and it was like, oh, damn, this is a hell of a lot easier than Zoom or anything else that I've been introduced to. I'm like, exactly. This is where we have to be able to showcase to people that, hey, look, press the button, come and see it for yourself, because it's like talking about, TV to somebody that's only listened to the radio. And a lot of the times we get in our head of what things are and how they're going to be difficult because we're thinking negative, as we talked about in our podcast. We think to ourselves 60,000 times a day, and 80% of those things are negative. And so that's why we're having this conversation. So we'll keep going because we can spend a whole damn day on social media, right? So email marketing. This is another big thing, which is why social media is, important, because I've been sharing with people that emails were the thing back in the day, but we're all getting bombarded with emails. And so that's why your social media is important and more important than you.
I have a question for you, devil's advocate.
Yeah.
Is email marketing dead? Because we hear so many conversations about yes, it is, or no, it's not.
I believe email marketing, if you have the right amount of context to let them know about your events and things of that sort, right? Not more so sales, but especially for us with our Pivot membership, with our Metaverse, with our different podcasts that we have, we're allowed to use our email, campaign in an effective way for people to know about it. And then, especially now with our holiday sales that are coming up, right? People are going to be able to get more benefit of knowing about the events and things of that sort. So
you would say more providing value is aligned with the traditional blast you with sales, buy this is probably a little dead.
And that's definitely not who we are, right? And I think a lot of the times
this is all perspective, by the way.
And I think a lot of the times people are afraid to give out their emails and things of that sort. Like with our, our 5, different guides that we have. We ask for an email because you get it emailed to you and you can download it. And a lot of people feel that, oh, I'm going to get spammed or this, that, and the other. And it's not that way at all. I got a great idea for you. How about you come up with another email address and you can use that one as your junk email? I do. Okay. So, another thing that we're talking about, is content marketing focused on creating high quality shareable content. We shared in one of our rooms that video content is a lot more lucrative than your actual pictures. And even this room, guys, check this out. The great thing about us being in Metaverse and on all these different platforms, I'm literally going to drop this video that we do of this room into our AI tool, and it's going to splice it up into little vignette videos that you're going to see throughout our social media, content. And that, my friends, is utilizing your time a lot more effectively.
So I'm going to point that out.
Come on, talk to me.
That is a growth hack right there, is to be able to use technology to where you can take long form content like what we're doing here. So for instance, we're live on TikTok, we're live on our multiple Omni streams, so we're, on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, X's, LinkedIn, audio and visual side of things. Point being is we can download that video when we're done and be able to put it into an AI tool that will chop it up for us. It'll add, this is where you see people that have captions, and it's like, Well, I saw them do that whole hour, and now they just have a little short 30-second clip or 15-second clip of that. How did they do that? And that's how they did it. They utilized a tool, and most of these are AI based, and so that it will take and generate you multiple clips, and so that way you can do that. There's tons of tools out there. We've found a few that we've dabbled around because some work great and some don't.
Yeah.
You just got to figure it out by utilizing that. That's something that you would want to check out.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, as we move on to the next topic, customer experience and loyalty. This is something that Tara and I talk about, and this is what we help businesses and entrepreneurs really monetize their business. And this is something that you all should definitely be paying attention to is subscription models. You should have a monthly membership to your business. I literally was talking to one of our clients earlier that is about to do, transformational, meditation. And they were like, hey, David, what can I do, to be able to do this? And I said, hey, let's come up with a membership platform where we can set up different levels where people can get access to these videos that you do. These people can also get access to a private metaverse room that we do, that we showcase. You also can get people access to a private meditation room that they can come in, do their meditation in metaverse. And more importantly, you can do private, events and things of that sort and private meetings. And they were like, oh, we never thought about that. Yes. Why not? You all should have your own subscription base. Netflix laid this nice little foundation out for you. $7 times 5,000. That's a lot of money. $7 times 100 people. That's a lot of money, especially those of you that are doing these rooms, especially for us. We drop these rooms into our Pivot membership and take that same tool that we spliced and diced earlier and put it into our Pivot membership where we have these little vignettes. And so this definitely helps out people.
Devil's advocate.
Yeah, come on. Charge
So-
the devil advocate. We're close to Halloween, so I guess
I am. I'm
okay.
going to be for Halloween.
Come on.
So my question for you is then, because everybody on here is like, well, yeah, that works for them,
Yeah.
but how would it work for me? So, because we know there's a few people on here. Let's look at, for instance, Miss Leah Garcia, who's in financial education, wealth management, and how to, plan for your future, kind of. So how would that look like if she was going to create a subscription model for?
Yeah, well, that's a great question. Well, being that Leah is getting her business box built right now, that she literally can set up an actual subscription program that we implement on her business box that people can go in and literally pick from a $7, $15, or $100, where she can have it to where she has her actual Wealthy Wednesdays. She can take vignettes of that. She already has told us she has multiple other Zooms or master classes that she's done that we could be able to splice up and put it into a platform where people can go and watch. Because what this does, especially for Miss Leah, as I shared, nobody ain't coming and Leah ain't going to these people's houses no more, sitting at their table eating chips and crackers, talking about their money program. No, it's not happening. People want it easy, peasy, breezy, so she can have this membership platform that people can join and get all this information, learn it as they go, and then she can have another one that's set up to where they get a monthly meeting with her every single month. She then can even have it in that same program to, hey, every single month, we're going to have a private meeting that all my members can jump on and ask me questions. She then can have an upper echelon where they get access to all of her videos, all of her private sessions, right? And then she can, or should I say the group settings, and then she can have it to where they actually have a private one-on-one with her as well. So there's multiple different levels that she could set up for her membership platform, and that all can be, done in the systematic way in our business box to where she doesn't have to worry about doing it. And that's the number one thing, is that we talk about these ideas to people, but they're like, shit, I don't know where to even start, because look, you have all this information, but you need somebody to set it up.
Well, that's what I'm going to say, is that someone who's like Leah, who has knowledge base, so she's, she can put that behind a paywall, a membership paywall.
Yep.
the knowledge base, the services base, and that can all be a subscription model. Just short, quick, and simple. We have Miss Mayborn on here with Buttons Up Apparel, and she's completely different. How would that happen? And for that, just short, sweet, and simple, it would be being able to set up like a monthly thing. Like anybody got one of those, bark boxes? You have a dog, and in your bark box, for $100 a month or $70 a month, whatever that subscription is, you get all of these treats and these toys and all of these things that are dog applicable. For her within an apparel, she could set that up to where people, could receive whatever that apparel of the month is. A hoodie, we're going into the fall, a t-shirt or a ball cap or a beanie or something, and that would be able to. So again, that has product based, and that could be a product based model. So everybody can do this, whether you have knowledge, whether you have services, whether you have product based. It's just the tweaking of that to where find a happy medium and what people are looking for. So don't let your head play tricks on you and say, I can't do that because, I have this type of business. Everybody can earn a membership or subscription from their products, services, or their knowledge. It's just how you package it. And you don't have to have multiple subscription levels. You could have just one. There's so many ways to do it. So I wanted to share that because I don't want people to get in their own way when they do start to think in that line of, well, everybody else can, but I can't.
Yeah, so. Absolutely. And you're absolutely spot on. A subscription based, and you can even have it to where you don't really much have to give any products or anything of that way. This table can be, hey, you join my membership, at $5 a month, you get 20% off of all of my products.
Yeah.
Moving forward. Yeah. And she can set up a code, in her business box that they put that code in, and boom, they get that discount. Mm-hmm. And so you're absolutely spot on with that. And look, you guys have any questions, please put it in the chat. Come up on stage, share with us, talk to us. Mi casa, su casa, right? If you guys do not know, Tara and I are digital nomads. We have been blessed and have the opportunity to, travel the world. Tara and I have been now homeless by choice.
Not by choice.
My father always told me, he's like, boy, you ain't gonna be shit. You're gonna be homeless. And I'm like, yes, I did it. I'm homeless and I ain't got no house. But
it's the most liberating thing
ever. And, now, Tara and I lived 6 months in Colombia. We lived in Mexico. We're still there. We're visiting Tara's family here as well, here in Idaho. We're going to be moving to Thailand, just FYI, probably at the beginning of the year, if not sooner. And so we're just enjoying life. This weekend we had an amazing adventure up to Hell's Canyon. In the mountains, amazing river. We literally spent one night on the campground, and we woke up in the morning and I told Tara, I said, baby, I think there's mountains right there. And she's like, yeah, I think so. And we woke up and boom, these big ass mountains right over there.
I was going to let you figure it out.
Yeah, he's going to let me figure it out. But, that's the great thing. But, you guys, we're with our helpful how-to Tuesdays.
Y'all, I got the giggles while we were driving.
Oh my God, Tara was
I got the giggles. David did not help.
Live on Eyewitness News, interracial couple fell off the mountain. They don't know what happened.
We were climbing the Switchback Mountain and go up and over the mountain into where the lake was, where our campground was, and we were, just talking and whatnot. And I started getting the giggles, and we were ascending up the mountain. Let me just say, the drop off would have definitely killed us. And so I got the giggles. At one point, I was doing 3 miles an hour because I couldn't see because my cheeks are really fat, and when I laugh, my eyes are closed. And so it was pretty funny. It was funny now. It wasn't so funny then when David was like, eyes on the road. And I was like, I can't see because you're making me giggle. So anywho, we survived. We're here.
But did you die?
We have two amazing guests up on stage. Let's give it back to our conversation.
Yes, Miss Leah, what would you like to add? Welcome. Talk to us, ma'am.
Happy Taco Tuesday. Oh my gosh, I am so fired up. I'm so excited. Sorry. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. I cannot wait for my business box. I mean, just everything that you're sharing just sold me the dream all over again. And I need that AI tool, girl. I need that AI tool. Hook me up because I need to slice and dice all these wealthy Wednesdays. I have done a wealthy Wednesday every day since January. I'm not every day, but every week since January. And just to, so maybe to kind of encourage someone here, I did it truly out of inspiration. And I knew who the first guest would be. I had a few people. You two were, so kind to be guests on my show. And I really didn't know where it would go. I didn't know how I would get my speakers. And now I literally have a waiting list of about 10 people. People reach out to me. And, it's a small following right now, but I'm so excited for what I can do for this going forward and subscription. Now you've got my hamsters turning. and you two, I'm so excited to work with you two because you have such a great energy. You work together so well. And it's like I got a 2-for-1. And I love 2-for-1 special.
Absolutely. Miss Leah, you definitely got a 2-for-1. It is the 2-for-1 package over here. But, it's bringing that. We always share this. We'll bring our knowledge to the table, but we don't know lickety split about financial planning. I mean, of course, we do in our own experience, but not to the realm of where we can help other people. And so that's the beauty of this conversation is with anybody who's up on our stage, anybody who's, listening, is that we all bring so much value to the table. It's just not us. We just create this space to have a conversation, and that's why we encourage everybody to jump in on the conversation, to share, to whether what they've learned from business growth hacks or not, or just to chime in and laugh at me giggling and not killing us up the mountain. So, it is just a joy to have you here, Miss Leah. And, I can't wait to where we can turn around and hand you your business in a box and show you to you how you no longer have to do all of these things manually. And, this is going to be the funniest thing. When we do this, you're not going to realize how much time you spent doing that until if the system broke and then you had to go back to it.
Yeah.
It is really crazy when you build systems and all of a sudden you start using them that you just fill your time with other things that you were, need to do, wanting to do, whatever it is. And then all of a sudden when the system breaks or the system goes down, not that that's, we're a proponent of it, but technology is technology and technology does its own thing sometimes. It all takes a hiatus some days. Point being is, all of a sudden, when you're back into having to send a manual email, you're like, wow, I forgot all of this stuff.
Damn, I'm trying to be a janitor.
And I just say this because as I'm helping my brother get digital, into a digitized status here, I am like, oh my gosh. I used to do this on a regular. No, ma'am, no ham. So, anyways, thank you, Miss Leah, for so much being here. Miss Margaret. Go ahead, Miss Leah.
Yeah, I just wanted to share something, my experience. So I've been talking to you two for a while, probably a year, and I had the first one-on-one a few months ago, and when David started telling me all the different ways that you could use this and about having merch and all this stuff, like it was just like too much for me. I thought I'll never be able to do that. But you know what? Thank you so much for having the patience with me and helping me to see this process. And I am super excited. And what I loved her is when we sat down to do our consulting, is that they're like, you know what? This is your business box. We're here to help customize something for you, which was really enlightening for me because I didn't really know what to expect. I kind of thought there was like a template you're kind of working from. So I'm very excited for the customization that you're doing for me, and I cannot wait. Thank you.
You're absolutely welcome. And to touch base on that, it's, when you've done, it's kind of like anybody. We all know how to walk here, right? I say this and then I always think in the back of my head, man, I might be putting my foot in my mouth. But anyways, we're just going to use the analogy that we all know how to walk. And at this point in our life, becomes pretty second nature. We get up out of bed, go to the restroom in the middle of the night, where we don't have to think right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot. And that is all that comes down the pipeline is when you've been in a way of, with systems and processes for 20 plus years in corporate America, and then solving our own problems within our business, which is why we're even, helping other businesses do the same thing. It just comes down to, kind of in my head, that's just the way my head works. And everybody's head works differently. This is where I talk about we all have a unique gift. Some people can look at, interiors of a house. Well, I can a little bit too because I have an interior background. But I can say, well, this would be this empty room. You can do this. You have other people that are sitting there going, how did you even see that? How did you see that I could put the couch here, the TV here, or whatever it is that you're trying to outfit? It's just our brains, all of our minds work differently. And so I'm excited because this is really what we do is that we basically take all of these baskets that an owner has. We have our follow-up basket over here. We have our business development basket over here. We have our information basket over here of information, and we tie that all in to where it becomes a beautiful, bouquet of all these different flowers. And it's like, Miss Tracy was in here earlier, and she's a florist, and that's her amazing gift is that she can take, floral arrangements and throw them back together and whatnot, and make this beautiful creation. So, we greatly appreciate that, Miss Leah, and the love, and can't wait to show you what we've come up with in that masterpiece. So, Miss Margaret, I saw you jump back down. You're more than welcome to jump back up here, ma'am. We want to hear from you too, but if you're in listening mode, we do understand for sure. So we greatly appreciate everybody jumping in here. Today, we're talking about overcoming the odds business growth hacks and pivoting your business into the future. So we're sharing with you guys how and where you can utilize technology to help yourselves, save time. And this is not just for business purposes only. This is for your personal life. If you guys are in your personal life and having, some things that you need help with streamlining, technology is here. It will help you do the same thing. It's just however you utilize those tools to be able to do it. Now, most of us are not going to build an email campaign for our personal life. Where, and most of us are going to utilize that in a business setting or a business, strategy. But being able to have, AI or any of these chat bots be able to think for you, I know there's a lot of people out there that are like, well, it's not original. But here's the thing. The way that I utilize it, everybody's different, but the way that I utilize, chatbot, or an AI structure is I tell it, hey, I want you to do this. I want you to act as a copywriting specialist. I want you to put this in a professional tone to be able to make sure you use your own words. But this is the gist that I want you to say. I can type out free-handed what I want. It doesn't have to be perfect. Don't have to spell it perfectly either. I don't have to make sure that I don't have the proper grammar in place. And that's what we mean by working smarter, not harder, is that it's not so much that you're utilizing AI to do the thinking for you, or like chatbots, ChatGPT, things like that. That's, Bard or Gemini, which is now used to be Bard. But my point being is you're utilizing it to take and help your thinking faster. So that way it knows the proper grammar. It can put it into a spell check. It can do all those things for you. Why would you not use that? Yes, everybody's like, well, it's the calculator method. You might get lazy. But at the end of the day, we're moving so much faster in life that it is easier to be able to work smarter than harder. But, that's open for discussion. Everybody has an opinion on it, and that doesn't make anybody wrong or
right. Yeah. Of course. And look, guys, I'm gonna throw something out there right now. Anybody that joins us in our Hello Plaza before the end of the show's out, we will give you a free month into our Pivot Pro membership, where you can get access to well over 100 videos and actual, how-tos of how to start your YouTube, how to start your Facebook group, how to do, TikTok, how to do all these amazing things. You come and join us in our Hello Plaza. I see Thaddeus is in here right now.
Thaddeus says, in there.
Yes, decided press the button.
Good job.
And yes, Miss Mark, come back. And so that is definitely what I need you to do is I need you to take a screenshot and I need you to share this out on any social media platform, tag us in it, and boom, we got you. And that's for anybody. Just take a screenshot. So if you're on your computer, you can literally, go into your snippet tool and snip the actual video, or take a picture from your phone. If you're on your phone, take an actual, you know how to take a screenshot and share that to your social media. $7 to do that at the end of the day. And I'll throw in a little extra. You do that, and I'll give you a free one-on-one talk about some strategic ideas for your business as well. So, boom, I'll add that caveat in there. You'll get a free month to our membership, and you'll actually get a free one-on-one with Tara or myself.
Well, yeah,
and so that's a great way. And once again, go to the hellollc.io. You'll see a big button. Scroll down a little bit. It says Hello Plaza. You download an app. It's a free app. You come back to our Biz in a Box. You hit that same button, and boom, you will drop yourself into our Hello Plaza, into Metaverse, and you'll be able to see everything.
And our Biz in a Box
as well.
is a smart website. There you go.
Exactly, right? Straight up, right? Website. It's a smart website at the end of the day, and so we encourage you guys to definitely come and join us. Yeah, come and join us in our Hello Plaza. And so, with that being said, let's keep this party rocking and rolling, if we could, as we talk about, we talked about subscription, talk about loyalty programs where you can give on a percentage off. And actually, I see we got Miss Giggles.
Yeah. That was my nickname this weekend, by the way.
Yeah, I see we got Miss Giggles over here on Chatter. Miss Giggles, if you're available, please introduce yourself. Share with us, what you're about. Miss Giggles has been with us for at least almost going on 4 years now when we originally started in Clubhouse. A lot of people think that we're new to the social media audio game. We've been doing social audio since,
you're new to
us at the end of the day. Okay. But go ahead, Miss Giggles, if you're available, talk to us, ma'am.
Hey, I literally only have a few seconds because I have a pickup coming to my door. They're trying to find a parking spot. So I'll just say, hello, it's been a while. I am a florist, an award-winning florist in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And David and Tara, I adore you both. You know that. But I always say it. I tell everyone how amazing you are. So yeah, I'm there at my door. I gotta run.
Hasta la pasta. Hey, Giggles for jumping up here. I thought David called me Giggles because I couldn't get around. It's a good thing. We made it up the hill.
That part, yeah, a lot, and down the hill as well. But guys, with that said, as I was sharing with you all, it's loyalty programs. How about, just like me and Miss Leah we'll be talking about is implementing gift cards. Why do you not have gift cards for your business? And a lot of times people don't know the system to set up for gift cards where you're having these amazing conversations, especially with the holidays coming up. You should probably have gift cards for your business. And that's an easy, system setup that we can set up in your business box that is 1-2 punch to where, and we can explain the back end, but you definitely should have that. Another thing is customer feedback. How many of you have your own Google SEO set up for your business? Not for your actual personal self, but for your business, where your clients can leave reviews, where you can be able to, have your business out and about the streets. Because when people hear your name, they're going to go Google flat out.
100%.
And if you don't have reviews, you don't have, they can't find your business, then they're in the world of trouble. And we just don't talk about it. Go Google review the Hello LLC. Make sure you put in Houston, Texas, and you're going to see our reviews, 5-star review, all of the things, and especially with our AI tool. When we post on our social media, boom, it's on our Google SEO as well.
82% of people that do business with businesses is because of trust. Trust is built through other people's testimonies, their feedback on whether it was a good experience, what you were able to do for people, all of that. And so trust is the number one reason why people do business with you or want to do business with you. And that comes back down to 100% what other people say about you. I will speak from my own experience.
The review queen
The
herself.
review queen myself. I will go out and I will look at, I even do this on Amazon products, you guys. I'll look at and I see thousands of reviews and I'll go read a good 20 reviews, good and bad, because you always want to know both sides of the story.
Yep.
And then you make a judgment call based on that. But will tell you, my final judgment call is always based off of reviews that I see. And then, of course, because of course, at that time, I've already figured out a couple products that are going to work for me. I just want to know how best it was an experience that other people utilized, whether it's shampoo, whether it's, socks, whether it's, somebody's services, even food. I am a big Yelp person.
Well, baby, they get 5 stars. They gotta be good.
Stars.
There's been a couple of those 5 stars, and I'm like, ugh, this is gross.
Well, not everybody's a number.
Not everybody can cook as good as you.
Well, that too.
So, see?
See, there we go.
See? Look at
See,
you.
what do you want? What do you want?
You always want something. Shit. But anyhow, back to our list. So, we talked about this omnipresence, different, multiple channels. And so, as we talk about, financial strategies and partnerships, I don't think we need to really talk about crowdfunding too much.
Well, let's talk about, first of all, financial strategies and partnerships as to why.
Okay.
Like, are you building capital because you're trying to, produce a product?
Yep.
Or is it just that you're looking for, to get business in the door to be able to create a profit, to become a profitable business? There's multitude of avenues to this, right?
Yep.
And we're not going to say at the end of the day that, you need to run out and get a business loan or any of those things, because to be very frank, it's better off to be debt free, but if there are things that you're building products and there is capital that is needed, there's different way to do that. There's a fundraising way, there's crowdfunding ways, there's partnerships, there's grants, there's incentives, there's all those types of different ways to do that.
Yeah.
But in reality, the most natural way to do that is to be able to be organic, and as they say, bootstrapping, is bootstrap your business where you are not
copy, paste, drag, drop.
Essentially, that's
that new thing.
And word of mouth, utilizing one of those most expensive things that you have on you is your word of mouth, being able to open your mouth, share about your business, what you are, who you are, how you can help other people. And look, guys, this is also ooey gooey. I don't like it because we have been taught not to like this, but asking for business.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean that, all of the people that are listening to us today, we're not asking you for business, but we're asking you, do you know someone that could utilize our help? That is where you stop and you ask for business. And that is where, because here is a marketing strategy for all of you. When you're asking for business, it always gets weird when you ask one person to the other person. Like, if I ask you right now, can I be able to help you? Can I, earn your business? Now, it doesn't feel super ooey gooey, but you put that person on the spot to say yes or no or not now. And people have a hard time saying no face to face. They have a hard time saying emails and text messages and DMs. Yeah. So the way to get around that, and we have had to learn this through our marketing, going and listening to seminars and people who have learned how to be able to work through marketing hacks like that, is, it comes down to the simple fact of asking for business when it's not so much asking that person for business. It is asking them, do you know of anybody that might be able to utilize my services? Could you refer me to anybody? Because what happens there is that you take the pressure off between you and that person that you're having the conversation with, and that allows them, though, to offer the space to say, yes, I could use your services, or I think I might be a good fit, but it doesn't pressure them to be the only person. When you ask that question of who you might be able to assist that they might know, that takes it off to kind of make a blatant statement. And if they have something, they share it right there. If they don't, no worries, because at that point, you're not making that. It's not like a peer pressure that's coming forward. That's something I remember learning through us going to all of these mindset development and marketing, strategy courses, and listening to, Ed Milet and Tony Robbins and a lot of these Dr. Joe Dispenza, a lot of these people that are, highly skilled and have a lot of things, and the way that they ask for business is they ask that in an indirect manner. So there's another little hack for you.
Yeah. And one thing also that you shared that's important is that, as we talk about, the financial system and things of that sort, how many of you have a referral program for your own business? And that's huge, especially as we talk about collaboration and people joining forces. Well, if somebody's going to, collaborate with you and, recommend your products and services, do you have a referral program? And that's something that we definitely have, especially our business in a box clients. Your business literally comes with another business that when people see your business in a box, girl, who did that? Hey, you see that button down at the bottom of my business in a box that's more than a website? Click that button that says pivot your business, and boom, they get on the phone with us. We get to have that personalized conversation, what they want, what they don't want, what they want to change. And there we go. When that person says yes, that's $100 to the other person.
Or more, depending on what services they get.
Depending on what services they get. And so these are systems and programs that we implement.
$100 in groceries.
Girl, please. You are spot on. And so with that being said, we want to thank you guys all for joining us. Miss Tracy, aka Giggles, over here on Chatter. Miss Dawn, welcome. Miss Natalie, Miss Tracy over here on our actual LinkedIn. Miss Margaret is back as well. Leah, welcome. Everybody that is on
our
Facebook.
Amazing guests on TikTok.
Our amazing guests on TikTok, on YouTube, on Twitch, on Instagram, guys. We are everywhere. That you can
we
possibly
might even be at your mama's kitchen table.
My mama's calling me right now, speaking of my mama. And so she got the ignore button. Anyhow, she's going to cuss me out later for that one.
Yeah.
Well, I know your ass didn't send me the voicemail. Yes, I did. Yes, but anyhow, Miss Margaret, do you have anything you'd like to share or add on? Please share with us. Talk to us.
Hello, everybody. Leah kind of said everything. I was going to say Taco Tuesday too, because I was texting everybody and DMing them Taco Tuesday. So I was going to say thank you so much for all the informative stuff that you share. I share with people how real you guys are. Y'all come with it real. And I love that. I migrate towards people that are authentic and genuine. And my apologies. I the groceries. That's where I was at. That's why I couldn't talk anymore because it got and I almost dropped in there because it was like I only got a few things. It was like $86. I was like, what? It's crazy, right? It's crazy the price of food. My daughter likes Raisin Bran, and it's like $4 something a box over here. And then it's probably more, in California or wherever else, the other regions. But for us, it's a lot here. She wants 2 boxes, and so it's $8 there. $9. It's just crazy. The price to have to eat. But I was gonna tell you so much, and I cannot wait to do your room tomorrow. I'm so stoked about that! Yay! And for everybody to know you all. And I know that you, but I'm hoping more people come on and get to really listen to what you got, and your energy is fire. It's caliente. Caliente. I love it.
Fuego.
Thank you.
Fuego. Miss Margaret.
You guys don't know I live with that half white girl, half Mexican.
Well, and then when his dad first you never dated a black man? No, sir. This is the first one. So I am just
me too. That's my daughter, just like you, Tara.
I'm telling you, just multicultural, and we don't even know what we do know. But that's just, I think I've lived this life before in a different kind of, multiple souls. But anywho, I have to laugh when we're talking about the price of food because we're in America right now. And boy, howdy, we go out to buy groceries, and David and I look at each other going, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
$9 for a watermelon. We were shooting the other day.
Target practice.
You call it shooting? Whatever. Anyhow, shooting target practice. We went to go shoot some guns anyhow. And her brother was like, hey, pick up a couple of watermelons and some blocks of ice. So I'm just in the store and I just picked up, 3 watermelons, not thinking nothing of it. And we get to the register and the lady literally looks at me and she says, ooh, I'm so sorry. This is a $9 watermelon. I said, what? $9 watermelon? Girl, you crazy? You know how many watermelons we can get back in Mexico?
Like 5.
5? Shit, you take 10.
I'm telling you, they're cheap.
I mean, it's crazy where, it's just a different lifestyle and it's so spot on. And this is why we share with people, why would you not be wanting to implement new monetization or ways to make money in your business? And you're already doing it, and why not be able to maximize that? And this comes with change. This comes with you getting outside of your old-fashioned ways or wanting to invest in upgrading your system and upgrading your foundation and implementing these tools into your business. And so definitely make sure you guys, look, we are, I'll go ahead and tell you, we're 3 months away from 2024 being over.
Holy cow.
And if your ass was sitting,
Where did it go?
on New Year's with the champagne in your hand and how you're going to make all these changes and you're going to do this, you're going to do that.
Have you?
Have you? Is the better question. And if you haven't, then you still got time to do it. And I remember, Miss Leah's word that I'm not going to let her ass forget. It was courageous. Her word of the year was courageous. And that is exactly what she's been doing, is being courageous, saying yes, getting rid of that old crusty dusty website, that old crusty dusty link tree, telling people you got a business and you showcasing somebody else's business and you don't have your own business in front of your name. Or in your case, we're not going to talk about it. This is where you all really have to look yourself in the mirror and be like, hey, do I have a hustle or do I have a business? And a lot of the times we use excuses. We don't have this, we don't have that, or you send people your link tree or you send people your website and you're like, girl, I'm sorry, that doesn't work. Oh, this doesn't work. And you're really embarrassed showing up to a networking event with holes in your stocking, your back of your dress doesn't match. You got one blue shoe on, one black shoe on, your purse is all ripped up and scratched. And yet we're telling people we got a business. And when they go look behind the scenes, it's like, girl, you really ain't got your stuff together as you made yourself sound at the very beginning. And so this is where we share people, hey, we help you keep up. Show up at that presentation. Show up at that networking event as you do already, booted and suited, from the rooter to the tutor. Make sure that, your systems and foundation is that way as well. And so
I saw a fact yesterday on my little fun fact app that said 98% of people will always remember the first impression of you, and that is visual.
Yeah.
So I want you to take this now into your business. People are always going to remember how they experienced you the first time visually. Yeah. And so, David and I don't even have to say anything. It's by the, presentation of what we have, what we show up as visually. That is why you see so much colors and so much of a visual pop of kind of eye candy, because it is a visual representation that first gets your attention.
Yeah.
So with that said,
we got Miss Joyce in here. She knows drill, crusty, dusty. Miss Annelle in here. How you ladies doing? I definitely would love to hear from you, ladies over here on our chatter side. If you guys do not know about our chatter, it is definitely a brand new app that is absolutely amazing. It's LinkedIn, it's Clubhouse, it's StreamYard, all mixed up
Miss
into
Giggle
one.
says she bought a tomato for $3 last week.
Damn.
I'm telling you,
and so that right there is crazy in itself. And we're also on Twitter, X Spaces, you guys know it. We're live on TikTok. So when we talk about going omnipresence, we just don't be talking about it. We are all about it. and making sure you guys do the same thing. And so welcome, welcome, welcome. Joyce, Ann, and Elle, do you ladies want to add anything to this conversation as we continue?
Listening mode.
They're on.
Definitely want
Go ahead. Go ahead. What you got?
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I
Loud and
got
clear.
this
We can hear you.
echo going on. I'm doing multi-streaming myself, doing other things here, but I just wanted to say I definitely love the platform. I'm gonna spend more time to get used to it, but what I see is amazing. It kind of brings back the old school of virtual reality, but it's just to the 24th power. So I'm enjoying what I see so far, being able to create my little homes or houses or whatever you call them over there. So I'm looking forward to the biz in the box,
Absolutely.
definitely.
Yes, ma'am. Well, thank you so much for jumping up here and being a part of this conversation. And at the end of the day, it is just the power of collaboration and community. So, Miss Annelle, Annelle Lee. I'm not sure if we're pronouncing that right. Please, if you are available, we'd love to hear from you, love.
Testing.
Yes, ma'am. In here. All right. Miss Giggles, are you good? Because you're
Can you
blinking.
guys hear me? You might not be able to hear me. My audio has been going in
No,
and out.
we can hear you. We can hear you. We heard you loud and clear. Go ahead, Miss Ann and Elle.
Okay.
We can hear you now. Go ahead.
Oh, so you didn't hear me at first?
No, we heard you at first. I'm talking about Miss Ann and Elle. She came off mute on her
Oh,
side.
okay.
I was having Joyce like here her. She was asking. I'm busy with dinner, so not making up.
I love it.
No worries, girl. What you cooking? We'll send your address. You can send us some.
We'll take leftovers.
We'll take leftovers, okay? But with that being said, guys, we'll get back to our conversation. If you guys are just now joining us, we're talking about overcoming the odds, business growth hacks, pivoting into the future. We highly encourage you all to go to our Biz in the Box, tap on my face, Tara's face, click that button that says Learn More or Biz in the Box. Scroll down just a little bit more, and you got your choice of 5 different guides that you can get access to, from 20 ways to make money on Metaverse, how to monetize your social media, the business strategies, the 6 foundational business strategies that you have, as well as one more I'm missing that I can. Oh, our AI tools that has well over 35 AI tools that we talked about last week. That you guys definitely should go and download and get that actual presentation as well. And I see we got Miss Lisa in the room. I see we got. I do not want to butcher your last name. If you can help me out, you know that one. Mr. Tesso. Oh man, you got Mr. T. We gonna call you Mr. T. Or Mr. Child. Man, you are killing me with that name.
It's a beautiful name.
It's a great name, but I can't get it.
David's like, I'm not going to try to
I'm not gonna
pronounce it.
butcher it. I don't wanna butcher it, right? But come on up here and correct us if we got it wrong.
We definitely got it wrong.
No, I know we got it wrong. But with that being said, some other things that you guys can put into your business as we talk about niche market focus and product innovation. This is a huge one. A lot of the times, most people do not know their target audience. And this is something that me and Tara talk about continuously, is knowing your target audience. What
How
age,
long did we go without knowing our target audience? So we'll be truthful.
truthful, about a good 5 years. I'm not gonna bullshit.
Yeah, 4 to 5 years.
We went 4 to 5 years of spraying and praying. If your ass had a heartbeat, you are a customer. And this is something that when we started out our business, for those of you that don't know, hello, we started out, and we say this loud and proud. It stood for helping everyone live life optimally, because we were in the health and wellness industry as we are right now. We're actually going to revamp that and bring that back to you, because a lot more people are now interested in their health and nutrition and things of that sort. Go figure. Tara and David are always ahead of the pack. And so, that's what it was helping everyone live life optimally. Where now we understand that hello stands for helping entrepreneurs leverage leading Web3 optimizations, and that's what
Just like
Hello
that.
stands for. And, please don't spray and pray. You should know how old your actual clients are, what they do, how they do it, what other products and services that they purchase. This is why collaborating with other people that is within your target audience is crucial and key, right? You understanding where they shop, what social media on. Please do not be showcasing that you sell a children's book and you're just on LinkedIn. You should be on Pinterest. You should be on TikTok. You should be on Instagram. You should be on Facebook. The average business is on 7 social media platforms. Go check me out. It's actually 6.7. Let's round it up. It's 7. And so this is why we encourage you guys all to really be omnipresent and be on all these different platforms with your business, penetrating that target audience because they're on there regardless of the matter. And so that's a huge thing. You got anything you want to add to that?
Well, I would just say at the end of the day, niche down. Look, if you're that person right now that's like, no, everybody can use my services. We did the same thing. We said the same thing. I promise we said the same thing. And we would say everybody can, because we start out in the health and wellness industry and arena. And that's where our business first started, which by the way, if you didn't see our post last week, one of our posts was about how, a business will start in one arena, one industry, but it always pivots. And all of the big brands that you know today all started out somewhere else that was completely unrelatable to what they do today. So it's very par for the course for companies that get started in one arena and then they switch and they move into another arena, and that's where they're highly successful at and become a well-known brand. But let me just say this. If you are sitting there thinking, oh no, everybody can use our services or the knowledge that I have, you're probably absolutely right. Just to be 100%, we're not going to knock you. You're right. Just like everybody could use some vitamins and minerals and some nutrition, everybody could use a little bit of financial, management, financial planning tools. Everybody could use a little, spaghetti sauce in their life, whatever it is. Everybody can use it. But let me say this. Everybody's not going to be a customer starting today. You have to niche down to a certain demographic, and it's quote unquote calling upon that demographic. So, who is that person? What do they offer? Is it, information, or is it, things that, services that, that one unique, is it just a certain gender? Is it both genders? Is it, do they make, 6 figures or more every year? Do they make, under 50,000 every year? Do they have a 401k, a traditional investment plan? Do they not? What do they drive? What do they wear? What ethnical background are they? All of these questions, you have to literally build an avatar to who you are quote unquote, and I have my air quotes up right now, selling to. It is who you are calling upon, who you are attracting. And yes, you might attract other people that are outside of that, avatar that you created in your niche there. But what people don't realize is that you have to get super specific in a niche before you can be real broad and consumed by everybody. And you would think it goes the other way around. You think that, oh no, I can appeal to everybody. And so I need to be very broad in my niche. And in reality, that is going to cut your nose off to spite your face. It's going to shoot you in the foot. All those things that you're working counterproductive within yourself and without what you're doing is not having that niche identified. And we heard this for years. And David and I would be like, oh no, everybody needs some vitamins and minerals and nutrition in their life. Oh no, everybody. It doesn't matter if you're, a man or a woman, if you're a child, or if you're, 100 years old. Everybody in between. Everybody needs. And it wasn't a inaccurate statement, but when we didn't niche down and actually go at that target audience, we were the ones that were out there completely spraying and praying, as they call it. If you had a heartbeat, you walked, you got, solicited. And that just is too gooey, and people feel that. People know that, and so then they're not interested. So when we tell you that you have to niche down. You must figure that out. And again, you got to know what they wear, what they drive, where they live, how much income they make, what the ethnical, cultural background is, maybe what their religious background is. All of those things are important to niche down as microscopic as you can. Okay, I think I beat that one to death.
You got it, baby.
We can move on to the next department of that one for sure.
Okay.
But I could talk about niching forever. But
well, another one that is important is so often, like for us, we started with our biz in a box, right? Where we found it more than a website for us, and then delved into our Hello AI motion works to where now we utilize AI for storytelling. So people that don't like to go live or do videos or just don't like to be, period, and utilize AI, especially with these avatars, we implemented, a product innovation. We started doing the Hello AI motion works. And then Metaverse came about, and then we started realizing, hey, people need to get themselves into the Metaverse. And so that's where we created our Hello Plaza storefront, where people can then take their business into the Metaverse and showcase their business in this 3D immersive environment, right? That literally allows people to showcase their business in a completely different way. This ain't no Go Brunch. This ain't no Zoom. This isn't no, flat screen that you put your circle in and, have your face. This is a real three-dimensional, world that people can showcase and engage in a completely different way and take any, virtual place right now or physical place and put it into the Metaverse. So this really enables us all to really, dive into something different. And that's why Hello Plaza came into place. And then, when we realized we weren't just, building stuff for people and doing it once, that's when we created our membership.
Yeah.
And so this is also to where you guys should be implementing new products and services into your business as well, building on your foundation where we continuously share with people you should have your own membership. You should have your own gift cards. You should have different things and different segments that you do in your business to grow your business as times are growing. Because we thought for a while there that we weren't going to have our biz in a box around for a while. We gave ourselves a 2 to 3 year plan on that before we had to find something else, and it's still kicking and thriving right now, as well as integrating our Hello Plaza storefront. And so product innovation, make sure that you guys have a product innovation. And this is something huge. Some of you are just knowing about this. Tara and I are kicking this around. We're going to probably have a masterclass that we launch here pretty soon to help people out with, their holiday sales. Give me a thumbs up if you would need some help on, creating holiday sales or implementing, business plans around the holidays, and you just don't know how, but you would love to be able to start, how to do that. If you guys can give me some emojis, that'd be great, because, that would be something that me and Tara are considering that a lot of people don't know about. We did this last year, and, it was a huge, impact for our business alone, that when we start, actually planning these things out and being strategically preventative with these things, we got more sales other than, us on, Thanksgiving eating dressing and gravy, and the gravy running down my beard, and be like, "Ooh, shit! I need to get the Black Friday sale and tomorrow, right?" And not strategically planning that out. And we did that. I use that joke because it was us. About 4 years ago, I was eating. I was like, "Ooh, damn! We don't have a Black Friday sale." And
to be very frank, Black Friday is no longer just the power of Black Friday. It's that entire weekend is a weekend that is stacked with deals.
Yeah.
They're no longer traditional where you some places are, but not the majority is not. Where you're waiting in line, the first 50 people get everything at 90% off or whatever. Yeah. Those really deep discounts used to be where it made it Black Friday. Mm-hmm. Now you have people starting that Wednesday.
Mhm.
They're having sales Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday, which is Cyber Monday.
Mhm.
And so that entire, almost 5 days, of holiday there, people are now having different types of, things available so people can get in where they can take advantage of it. And it's accessible online. Yes, some of it, some providers, some vendors, some people, some corporations are just doing the traditional Black Friday, but it's no longer just like that. It changed in 2020 when we were all, majority of us, at home for the holidays, and all of that changed to where you can get it online instead. And so that is where the strategy of having, yes, we talk about Black Friday, but in reality, it's having a whole kind of strategy around those 5 or 6 days to be able to say, okay, this day you're into this day you get this option, and having that strategy in place. So,
Yeah.
yes.
So that's a big thing. And so, the next thing that we'll talk about is going to be, is product bundling. Are you bundling your products? Do you have it to where you get this, you get that, or you get a discount off of this, you get a discount off of that? And so definitely, you can repackage, your actual products. For a while there, our biz in a box was called Hello Briefcase. And we were like, damn, we really can't be talking about briefcase because that's a little outdated. And we're talking about this AI and metaverse. We got to change our name. Nothing's wrong with that whatsoever. All these companies do that. And this is what we share with people. You got to start thinking like these bigger companies. They're giving you the roadmap and the game plan of what to do. Do it, right? At the end of the day. And so the last thing that we'll talk
The
about.
only reason why they're successful and we quote unquote might not see the same success that they're seeing, and I'm not just talking about us, I'm talking about people in general, is because of that word consistency.
Yeah.
They're consistent. They
Boom.
have a team to be consistent, but they pay to be consistent.
Yeah.
Now, you might stop and say, well, I don't have a team to be consistent. I can't pay, for the whole department. That's where technology comes into place. That's where
Looks
you
like you need to get with Hello LLC and join that pivot membership.
Yay. Where that's where you implement the strategies and be able to get on the phone with us and find out some of those strategies that we utilize, so that way you can pivot your business into working smarter, not harder.
Yep.
So next.
The next thing is well, we talked about this, right? Is digital marketing, SEO. That's huge. Search engine optimization to improve that, especially those of you that are utilizing outdated websites or utilizing Linktree, utilizing these other things, 10K things and things of that sort. You're really shooting yourself in the foot with your SEO by not having your own domain, by not having your own business showcased out there loud and proud, and being able to get your SEO up. Especially, it blows my mind when people talk about search engine optimization, but you don't even much have a Google profile on Google for all your SEO to come up, and you're wondering why. That would be the number one thing that we would encourage you guys to do.
We had this conversation with a client who was asking us about that. Because a lot of people, especially if you're on LinkedIn, you guys know there's a lot of people that will come to you and solicit and say, hey, I can help you with your SEO strategy. And I will share this common information. Well, it might not be common, but I'll share this information. It might be helpful. You already might know this. But just be mindful when you are dealing with SEO strategy. There's a couple of different levels. A lot of times people that are talking to you or maybe trying to assist you, that's a service they provide, really find out what they do offer. This is not taken away from anybody, but I just, we've had clients come ask us because we do a little bit of SEO management for our clients, very basic level. It is not ingrained in depth. And the reason why I share this is that there's a very high level, which is helping someone create a business Google profile. So that way they have a business profile through Google, the way that they can see reviews, they're searchable. You can see all of those things when you go Google my business or Google their business, right? And that is where it starts with the search engine optimization. Well, what happens is there's two levels. There's the front, very high level, which is creating a Google business page, is putting out your information, your hours, your website, your products and services, and all that. The second level, the deeper level that most people are not doing, which is where the cat's meow is, and this is where all of the stuff happens, and this is where it costs money, is where you start getting into utilizing this, not only the search engine optimization words, because yes, that's important. By the way, whatever information is sitting on your website or your smart site like Our Business in a Box, or anything that you're linking to through that URL, that is all, the engine can go out and grab all those words. So that's all searchable words and terms. So you don't really have to enter all that information manually somewhere else. But the kicker is the next level down, which is what takes a lot of people who are specialized in this, is called backlinks. This is where all of a sudden you got all these backlinks that are crisscrossing. They're utilizing on different areas. You can be able to basically hack the algorithm to where anytime this word is searched for, it'll backlink to your website and all of this. This is the more technical side of SEOs, and this is where a lot of people need to understand that what happens is they will get themselves kind of I wouldn't say in trouble, but it is where they're told that they think about this, the deeper level of it, but they're really getting the upper echelon of just kind of the setup process, and they're not getting the real algorithm hacks that are done with backlinks and things like that. So I share that information with you guys to understand it's a two-part system, two-part process. I'll be very we don't even have all our backlinks set up and all that, because it is a very difficult process. It's technically heavy. I could figure it out if I had time to sit down, but I was really busy boss. And so, something that we all share with people, because that's what we shared with our client. She's like, that makes sense. And what this person was going to help me with, or this team was going to help me with, I already have set up. And that's what I was trying to get, through them, or figure out from them, was, were they helping me with stuff I already have, or was it more intricate? And she found out that it was the high level and not the intricate part. So this is just food for thought, so you guys understand the thing. Now, let me say this with that, and we'll move on off of the SEO side of this thing. Okay, we all know Web 2 to Web 3. We're changing to Web 3. Google's changing too. So the SEO optimizations that we're utilizing are going to be pretty much dead and null and void very quickly, if not already, because they're changing the algorithm. They're changing the way things are moving, what they're searching for, and how they're searching for this information. Because of the conversion between Web 2 into Web 3, it changes the need, and it's going to change, and we're starting to see that. There's articles that have come out and talked about this in depth. So this is just not Tara or David, at Hello LLC pulling, out of what. It is, these are articles about Google talking about how they're changing their algorithms and how that traditional SEO is changing. And so that is really important for people to understand. That way you aren't spending a whole lot of time on something that is going to change in the very near future. That is kind of working, counterproductive. The other day, my mom informed me that wasn't a word, and I made it a word, but that's okay.
What's not a word?
Counterproductive is not a word. Counterproductive is not.
Making up shit.
But if anybody's been around me long enough, it's called the Idaho Dictionary. I do make things up for sure. So that's the search engine optimization, SEO information about that. That is the beautiful thing about that. So with that, Mr. Jones, what is our last but not least, thing that we want to send everybody away with before we get this party rocking and rolling into, showcasing some other information here?
Well, we say the best for last. And you guys hear us talk about, AI and Metaverse so often. We figured we saved this for the end, and we talk about some of the other topics. And if you guys missed, some of the things that we talked about was, leveraging or should I say marketing, sales, innovation, customer experience, and loyalty, financial strategies and partnerships. One of the things I want to touch on that is make sure that you have, your financials separated. Have a business bank account, right, from your actual business itself. Pay yourself. Make sure you have, your actual business in an LLC. If you can, start to go utilizing trust and some other, assets that you can, get out of your name. That sort. Definitely make sure you take care of your taxes and things of that sort if you haven't already. And then we talked about niching your market, focus, operational and efficiency, having systems, having your foundation is key. Stop being the janitor in your business and start being the president in your business. And so many of you have no clue that you're literally being the janitor in your business and you're not the president of your business because you've been doing the same thing so long, the same way, and you haven't implemented things to take care of your social media or your marketing, or you're reaching out to clients and customers and things of that sort. That you've just been doing it all, and it's time to stop doing it all. Just like Chipotle came out on the news and said, "Oh, hey, we got 2 new robots. One that does avocado." And one that's going to be making, the tacos and burritos and things of that sort. As we have continuously shared with you guys, this AI was just the beginning, right? This AI is the beginning to Metaverse, is the beginning to this robotics, to where right now your job's responsibility is not to keep your ass higher, 100. Your job did not sign up and say, "Ooh, we're a nonprofit and that's what we're about." No, your job said we're for profit. And so if that means they can get something faster, more reliable, cheaper, and easier without the adult babysitting of paid time off, of insurance, of employees not showing up, we're figuring that out more and more with Tara's brother's business of just the employee, mindset behind that. It's completely different. And so you guys all have to be prepared and be preventative for this shift. Because it's not if, it's not when, it's already happening right up underneath, your nose right now. That some of you are going to the airport. There's bartenders and the little robots rolling up to you, and your job. The pandemic definitely flipped this on its head. So it's not like this is, oh my God, it's just now, coming about. No, when that pandemic thing happened in 2020, and these companies were like, ooh, we're in a world of trouble if we don't have employees. They went to work right then and there to try to find a way, and are finding a way to replace your ass. Just 100. Just calling a spade, right? And so,
just the delivery and just the message.
I'm just the don't beat me up. Go pull up ChatGPT. Go pull up Gemini. Go pull up Google and ask, are robotics, is AI, what's the likelihood of the job, transition? And I'll tell you right now, it's going to tell you, we're going to have a surplus of 150 million new jobs. But when you get that pink slip, what are you going to be doing in between that time, which is now more important for you to be ahead of the curve so you can implement these things and learn these things. And look, you don't have to take courses. You ain't got to go back to school. None of that. You literally copy, paste, drag, drop, and start learning these concepts right now. And I'm going to give you a heads up. How you communicate and communicate effectively. As you communicate effectively with this Gemini, as you communicate effectively with ChatGPT, and no, that's not all AI. Please understand that there are thousands of AI tools out here. It just so happens to be that when people talk about AI, the first go-to is ChatGPT, and I'm like, what? Stop it.
Yeah.
And so, make sure that you guys are understanding the digital marketing concept of your social media is very key. If you haven't posted since last week, last month, I want you to get off of this phone with us right now and make a post about your business. Everybody knows about your business. If you don't talk about your business, don't be afraid of talking about your business. And if you are, you might have your business and personal life intertwined, which this is where you separate yourself from your personal Facebook page. Go create a business page on Instagram, on TikTok, on Twitter, and have it for your business to where you can be a part of these 5,000 plus commercials we see every single day, that you could be one of them. but yet you're worried about your mama, your daddy, your brother, your sister, your brother-in-law, your sister-in-law, of what they're going to say about you showcasing your business. When they ain't bought nothing from you, they're not going to buy nothing from you, but yet we spend all of our time worrying about what they think, and they could care less about you or your business. So move on and start focusing on people that don't know about your business. And I mean that with all love and kindness. At the end of the day, we had to learn that the hard way, 100. And so, the last piece is AI powered. Make sure you're utilizing this AI to your fullest. Also, if you guys don't know about our chat bot in our metaverse, I highly encourage you guys to come learn about our new Hello chat bot that literally you can set up in your storefront. And this chat bot will share everything and anything about your business without your ass being there, right? And 76% of people want AI, right, compared to the old traditional ways of doing business. Some other AI tools, right, that you guys can be implementing. Of course, look, this isn't me. I wish I could screenshot this, but it says AR, VR experience, enhanced customer engagement, product demos through immersive environment. Just saying, okay? Start implementing fintech technology that a lot of you are already implementing, and that's something that we do as well. Is that as new currencies and cryptocurrencies are being accepted, we actually can help your business accept these things and show you how to interchange them and use them for your. So definitely tap in and buckle up on that piece, because that's just the beginning. And then, connecting physical products with the internet for your data, analytics, learning those things and studying those things and utilizing those things to your benefit. Because now, as me and Tara share, your feelings and your emotions are cute and adorable, right? But you actually knowing the facts and knowing what the target audience and what people want, that's going to overcome your feelings and opinions at the end of the day. So buckle up, buttercups, because the future's already here. And definitely, you got to make sure you come and join us tomorrow. Same time, same back channel, wherever you join us at, 7 p.m. Tomorrow's conversation is definitely going to be a juicy one. It's going to be real talk. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus, right? So definitely come and join us on that one. That's going to be a funny conversation, if you guys don't know. And then definitely come join us on Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our Getting Naked podcast. Nobody getting naked, as you can see. It's a real, raw, unstoppable conversation where me and Tara talk about, just business, and we don't say shit that you want to say, but you're not saying it. We don't say it. So
it's the unprofessional, professional.
It's definitely the unprofessional side. So if you don't like cuss words, if you don't like, all those other things, you probably don't want to come and join us because I got a sailor. If you guys don't know, behind the scenes that I live with.
My mom always tells me, start cussing like a sailor.
Yes. And so definitely come and join us on Friday at 8 o'clock. And then, of course, we have our family that has joined us also in the metaverse. You guys come and join us on Saturday starting at 1 p.m. Kiss of Fame podcast in the metaverse. Miss Roberta Pacino, Al Pacino's sister. She's going to have an amazing guest on as well as Transform Your Life, Holistic Path to Growth, Well-Being, and Self-Connecting. That's at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern. And then at 3 o'clock. But wait, there's more. At 3 o'clock p.m., come and join us for Set Yourself Free with Miss Cleo Michael, Living a Life You Love, How Your Thoughts Shape Your Reality. That's going to be an amazing podcast that you guys can come and join us. And remember, let me say this loud and proud. You do not need your VR headsets, which half y'all ain't got, won't get. You can join us in Metaverse from yourself, from your laptop, from your iPad. You literally can go to our business box and boom, hit that button that says Hello Plaza, download an app, come back to our business box, hit that big button again, and boom, you are in the Metaverse. And you never ever have to touch a Zoom or any other links. You literally easy peasy breezy adventure into the metaverse.
Beautiful cover girl.
Beautiful cover girl. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you guys as always for joining us day. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you decided to chill and hang out with us and listen to us more than anything. And we shall see you guys tomorrow. And until next time, love,
Kindness,
integrity,
but most importantly,
commitment,
and consistency.
and until next time, toodles! See you guys later. Have an
Bye,
amazing
y'all.
day.